Let's just have a look here at Rivian's share price. Okay, they've lost 6% in one day. They're now at $35 and 83 cents. Hang on a second, let's have a look here. Where were they? Hang on. Whoa, yeah, share price $172 back on November the 16th, 2021. So I've gone from $172 to $35.83 today. You would have been a madman if you bought this stock at $172. And I know some people did, but now, well, Rivian just announced 5 different things. And you know what? Rivian is a buy. Holy hell. What they're doing, they're literally starting to play the game of chess when it comes to EVs. And I've got to say, big kudos, Rivian, you're onto a winner. Here is why. Hello, my friends. Welcome to the channel. I'm the Electric Viking. Great to have you here on the channel. Welcome to all the new subscribers. Welcome back, everyone else. You probably saw my Rivian video a few months ago when I shared with you a Seeking Alpha article from a so-called expert who said they put 50% of their net worth into Rivian. At the time, the stock price was at about $100. In other words, that person lost a shit ton of money because they were overexcited. Well, Rivian is very, very fairly priced today. I mean, just lost, like I said, 6% in the last 24 hours. At $35 for a company that's saying and doing some very, very intelligent things. I've got to say, massive kudos, Rivian. You are seriously ticking the boxes. I mean, you know what? In the same 24 hours, Ford announced a battery gigafactory in Europe, which sounds wonderful, right? It's just like, wow, great. You're under a winner here. You're doing the right things here, Ford. But the thing is, I do have some serious concerns about that factory. I'm concerned that Ford basically are going to get 95% of their batteries from one single South Korean battery company. That to me is a legitimate concern. What happened to General Motors, right? They delivered 26 EVs in a quarter. Why? For that same reason. They have one battery supplier. They couldn't pivot to another because they don't have any other suppliers. What happens if, say, companies in China, car companies in China, suddenly can't use a certain battery company? What do you do? And it has happened. You just haven't heard about it because you know what the companies have done? They've pivoted within a space of probably 1 or 2 weeks. That's all they do. They pivot. Thank you, CATL. We'll use CATL. Thank you, CATL. We'll use BYD. Thank you, BYD. We'll use any number of about 20 other big battery companies. That is a concern with Ford. Now, what are Rivian doing and why does it matter? Well, a few of the things they're doing. One, they're building their own electric motors. They're becoming vertically integrated like BYD and Tesla. They're also doing some other very impressive things. One of those is they're choosing to use LFP batteries in their base model. And why on earth Legacy Auto aren't doing this, I have no idea. But kudos to Rivian for seeing that LFP batteries are the future of the battery industry. And not only that, even if you don't believe that, it doesn't matter. The point is they're going to offer you a lower cost vehicle, which you don't have to worry. You don't have to worry about thrashing the thing. You don't have to worry about charging to 100%, discharging to 0%, about supercharging it. It's going to keep its energy density and it's going to give you about 1,000 miles, literally. After you finish with the pickup, after 1,000 miles, just use it for energy storage. Use it for whatever. You're going to be able to use those batteries for a long, long time. They're huge. That's a big, good decision. However, Rivian just made, I think, the most intelligent chess move they could have made, period. If you could have said to yourself, what could Rivian do right now? Right? Rivian is struggling with manufacturing, clearly. They're producing 100 EVs a week. I mean, it's piss poor. Let's be frank. Let's just call a spade a spade. It's piss poor. It's disgraceful. They've been working. This is a company that's been around for 10 years. It's taken them 10 years to produce a vehicle that they can produce 100 a week. Let's just call this what it is. Not good enough. They've got more than 80,000 pre-orders. People here in Australia would probably give them another 30,000 pre-orders within a day. People here in Australia desperately want the Rivian R1T. I can tell you this, I'm hearing this personally from just people that I think, oh, I didn't know you liked electric cars. Oh, you do? Great. I thought you were into, old school internal combustion. You're not? Oh, well, cool. Everyone I'm talking to wants one, right? But they're struggling with manufacturing. So what do they go and do? They made the best decision they possibly could have made. They hire possibly the best person on the face of the planet And honestly, you've got to say, Tesla probably should have done this, and they didn't. They hire the president of Magna Steyr as their chief operating officer to fix their manufacturing problems. Now, if they had done this a year ago, they wouldn't be in this position. That's true. But hey, you know what? Better late than never. Now, Frank Klein is the man who saw. He actually made this happen. Frank Klein oversaw Magna Steyr's shift to electric cars, including the first EV made by the contract manufacturer, the Jaguar I-Pace, which, by the way, won World Car of the Year. Now, it's ridiculously expensive, and it's basically dead now. I'll put a link in the description below to the video I made about that car essentially dying a slow, painful death. But hey, that's not the point. The point is, Magna Steyr is possibly the world's best contract manufacturing company outside of China. If they said to JAC or numerous other car companies in China, Rivian said to them, can you make our pickup for us? Those companies would be able to get a gigafactory up within a year, building probably, I'd say, 10,000 a week, really. But Rivian's not in that position right now. They're focusing on the US market, so they don't manufacture their vehicles in the US. Now, Rivian announced the hiring of Magna Steyr's president, Frank Klein, as its chief operations officer starting on June the 1st, 2022, and he can't start soon enough. Frank Klein has been the president of Austria-based automotive contract manufacturer Magna Steyr, a subsidiary of Canada's Magna International, since July of 2020, and head of complete vehicle engineering and manufacturing at the Graz plant since April 2019. Prior to that, he spent 27 years with Daimler AG Mercedes, holding management positions in various business divisions such as vehicle research, trucks, cars, and vans. There may not be a more experienced person on the face of planet Earth when it comes to manufacturing vehicles. Most notably, he was head of operations at Mercedes-Benz Vans from 2014 to 2019 and plant manager at Mercedes-Benz Manufacturing Hungary from 2010 from 2014. As Rivian's new COO, Klein will be based in Normal, Illinois, and according to Inside EVs, he will report directly to the company's CEO, RJ Scaringe. Klein will replace Rod Copes, who retired from the position late last year. Good to hear he retired rather than he got fired. Anyway, during his time at Magna Steyr, Klein oversaw the company's shift to the electric mobility manufacturing space, including the production of the first EV made by a contract manufacturer, the Jaguar I-Pace. Now, obviously, this is a very westernized, Inside EVs is a westernized site. So the truth is it's not the first electric vehicle made by a contract manufacturer, the I-Pace. There was others done in China, but outside of China, that's correct. It's very clear, obviously, why Rivian has hired this guy. They've been struggling with manufacturing. He's going to save them. Can he save the company? Can he actually turn things around at Rivian? Well, obviously, we don't know for sure. But I'd say based on his experience, there's a damn good chance that by this time next year, Rivian's fortunes will have completely turned around. And we'll be looking back and saying, remember when the stock price was at 35 US dollars? What a bargain that was. Wow. Rivian's press release says Klein will lead the build-out of robust and stable operations processes as well as scaling vehicle operation and production across several new programs. He will also reinforce the company's ongoing effort to achieve greater vertical integration in logistics, manufacturing, and operations. Frankly, I'm sort of feeling the tingles here. I'm sort of getting the goosebumps. Rivian, thank you. Thank you for making this move. Thank you for making the LFP move, vertical integration move. I'm really, really impressed with what you've done over the past week, the past 7 days. Here's what Frank said. I'm hugely excited to be joining Rivian. It's a company creating industry-leading products and services that are helping to shape the future of the automotive industry. I share RJ's vision, and I'm looking forward to working with him and the team to drive growth and further Rivian's mission. Now, Inside EV says that late last year, Rivian announced plans to locate its second US manufacturing facility in Georgia and scale capacity at its existing plant in Normal, Illinois. The company expects to build 25,000 vehicles in 2022, including the R1T pickup, R1S SUV, and a delivery vans for Amazon. This target does seem optimistic and high compared to the 1,000 vehicles they built in 2021. But it's less than half of the planned capacity at Rivian's factory in Illinois. Rivian, thank you for giving me hope in your company. Thank you for giving us all hope in your company. Thank you for making the smart moves, the right decisions. And honestly, you know what? This is an exciting day for me. I'm excited. Anytime an EV company that I see is floundering, which is what Rivian has been doing, floundering. Yes, they make a brilliant vehicle, but it doesn't matter if you make a brilliant vehicle. If you can't produce them, it's meaningless. By this time next year, this company will be absolutely kicking goals, and I can't wait to see it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you again on the next one. Bye-bye.